Good evening, everyone. As part of my Geography in My Backyard project, I will be focusing on water erosion and effects on rocks and other plant life, specifically river or creek beds. To do that, we're going to take a trip west on I-10 just past Loop 1604 to a nice little place called Raymond Russell Park. Here, we will be able to see the natural state of a creek or stream and how wildlife and nature have altered it. We will also be able to see what effects that has on other things like rocks, trees, and land. This is a park I bring the family to pretty frequently, so I am definitely able to see firsthand the drastic changes in the natural environment. About 2 summers ago is when I discovered the park, and this is what the original condition was when I found it. As you can see, it had a nice flow of water running through the creek bed and was constantly moving, making it a great resource for wildlife and nourishment for the trees and soil. This is it now. What happened? Well, let's find out a little bit more. Using Google Earth, we can see the creek bed had a consistent amount of water the last few years until this last year when we saw the creek recede completely. Again, being a frequent visitor, I was able to notice the changes almost every time I would visit. From being an almost river-like movement through the water to a slimy still puddle of water, and then eventually to a dry bed of rocks. Well, this is a common happening and is due in fact to erosion. Over time, the water just kept moving through and through, as well as being sucked up by the trees and soil until eventually eroded. This is a common event to happen to riverbanks or creeks, but given the fact that this creek sat at about 1.5 to 2 feet tall, along with the lack of rainfall we have had, it is no wonder why little by little the whole creek dried out. Some effects it had on its surroundings can be seen in these rocks. These rocks can get a smooth texture from the running water it went through, as you can see from the white dusting, which I am assuming is dried up algae or just built up dirt that has passed. It has been drying up for a good while. The following picture is a photo of a bunch of brush piled up along the bank. This seems like the trees and the plants, along with the soil, lacked nourishment through the water and caused it to dry up. It's no secret we haven't gotten our fair share of rain, so I can see how these small creeks are the main ones impacted, but it definitely is a common form that is happening in other natural areas as well. Hopefully, we can get some much needed rain this spring and be able to see this park grow again. Fingers crossed. Well, that is all I have for you today. Thank you for watching this presentation. Hopefully you can discover a new place to enjoy some outdoors time. Hope you have a great day and a happy new year.